So in this video, we are going to learn how to enroll user in LearnWorlds on Razorpay payment. Now suppose guys, you have created an online course using LearnWorlds and it is a paid course. So you are using Razorpay to collect online payments from your customers. Now you want that whenever a customer makes a payment on Razorpay, you want to add that same customer, same user and enroll them to the course for which they made the payment in LearnWorlds. But guys, the manual process is very much repetitive and time consuming. Manually, you have to first get the payment details from Razorpay and add that customer and enroll them to the course in LearnWorlds. So let me tell you how you can automate this process. So in this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new payment in Razorpay, automatically the customer who made the payment will be enrolled into the course in LearnWorld. Now guys, how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Razorpay account, the dashboard of my Razorpay account. And this is my LearnWorlds account. Now we want that using Razorpay, we have created a payment page, and every time a customer makes a payment from that payment page for any of our course, we want to add that same customer, enroll that same customer in that course in our LearnWorlds account. And to make this happen, we have to connect our Razorpay account with LearnWorlds. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect to make this connection. So here you can see that Pabbly Connect's dashboard is open in front of us. And to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. So after coming to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Razorpay to LearnWorlds. Razorpay to LearnWorlds. And then after this, just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on. Where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. So that every time we receive a new payment in our Razorpay account, automatically the details of that payment with the customer details should be captured inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to add that same user, we are going to enroll that same user into our course in LearnWorlds. So let's see how it is done. So here in trigger window, in choose apps, search for Razorpay. Just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as payment captured. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect and capture the payment details. Just copy this webhook URL from here and then just go to your Razorpay account. After coming to a Razorpay account, from the left sidebar, just go to this developers section and then here you can see an option of webhooks. Click on webhooks. Just click on this add new webhook button and then here it comes a dialog box in front of us. The first thing it asks us is the webhook URL. So here we have to paste the same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. After this, the secret and alert email are not mandatory, so you can ignore them right now. And then it is asking us active events, that for which particular event we want Razorpay to send data to this webhook URL to Pabbly Connect. So we want to select the active event as payment.captured. If you have any doubts or any confusion regarding this webhook URL, setting up this webhook URL or selecting your active events, you can anytime refer to the help text given below over here inside Pabbly Connect. So here we have to select payment.captured as the event and click on create webhook. And this is it. We have successfully added the webhook URL in our Razorpay account. After adding this webhook URL, every time we are going to receive a new payment in Razorpay, automatically the details of that payment will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. And we are going to do the same. What we are going to do, we are going to make a test payment on the payment page which we have created in Razorpay. Just go to the payment pages section and here is a payment page which I have created for one of my course in LearnWorlds. So let's go to my LearnWorlds account and here you can see that I have a course on MS Office which is a paid course. And for this same course guys, I have created a payment page in Razorpay. So we will just copy the link of this payment page from here and in a new tab, we'll paste it over here. So here you can see that we have all the details, like we have this course, we can add the description and all the other details. Now we want that whenever a customer makes a payment for this course from this payment page in Razorpay, we want to enroll that user over here in that course in LearnWorlds. So here guys, we are going to make a test payment in this payment page. We have the amount. Let's add a name as, for example, demo user. This is the name. This is the email address. And then let's enter a phone number, for example, a dummy phone number, and then select the course. So here guys, in the drop down, you will see that we have added an option of course. Now this is very important guys, like whenever you create a payment page in Razorpay, just give an option of course of drop down from where the user can select the course that for what course they want to make the payment over here. So guys, this is also important because while sending the webhook response of payment details of a new payment which we have received, Razorpay does not send the detail of for what product the customer has made the payment. So that is why we have created this field from where we can ask the customer to select the product or the course for which they are making the payment. After this, let's click on this pay button and then let's add the details of a test card. So this is the dummy contact number. And then click on proceed. Let me enter the details of a dummy card. For example, this is a test card details, cardholder's name, demo, and a dummy CVV. Click on pay now. So just now guys, you will see that we have made a successful payment on our Razorpay. We have received a new payment on the payment page which we have created using Razorpay. And as we receive this payment, we will see guys, in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we have received the same response. And in this response, you will see the details of the exact same payment. Here you can see the mobile number of the customer which they have entered while making the payment. Here you can see the name of the customer. Then you can see the email address. Then here we have the response of the course name. This is very important. Then we'll scroll down further and we will see some other details of the same customer who made the payment. So every time guys, we are going to receive a new payment, automatically the details of that payment will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And from all of these details, we are going to add the same user, the same customer who made the payment to our LearnWorlds course. We are going to enroll them. So here guys, we have the details. Now after this, what we have to do, as I told you, by adding the webhook URL, every time we will receive a new payment on any of our payment page in Razorpay, the Razorpay is going to send us the details. But we only want to enroll users. We only want to enroll customer who made the payment for this particular course. So what we are going to do, we are going to add a filter condition in this automation workflow in the next step. And we are going to ask the filter, we are going to select this response over here in filter. Like the customer who made the payment only for this course will be enrolled in the course in LearnWorlds. And to add this filter, just scroll down, come to our action window and here select filter. After selecting filter by Pabbly, here in select label from the drop down, here you can see that a list of all the responses which we have received from Razorpay of a new payment can be seen over here. Out of all of these responses, we are going to select this response of course name. Just a second. Here it is. And then select this response in select label. Then the filter type will be equals to and the value will be the exact same name over here. So we are going to set up a filter in such a way that if we get this word, this MS Office, this response over here in this particular field for every payment, only in that condition, we are going to create or enroll that user or the customer into our course in LearnWorlds. So just click on this save and send test request button. And when we click on save and send test request, here it is showing us that the condition is true. Because we have received this response for this particular course, that is why it is showing us this condition is true. Now, if the customer makes the payment on any other payment page or select any other option while making the payment other than this particular course for which we have created the filter, in that case, that customer will not be enrolled in the course in our LearnWorlds account. Now, after adding this filter, what we have to do, we have to first add this same user as a user in our LearnWorlds account. We have to add that same customer as a user in LearnWorlds account. Now, to do this, just scroll down, click on this Add Actions tab button. And here in Choose App, search for LearnWorld. Select LearnWorlds. And then in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Create User. Click on Connect. and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our LearnWorlds account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API URL, client ID and the client secret of our LearnWorlds account. Now here guys, you must be thinking how you can get these details. So guys, you have to get these details in your LearnWorlds account. Just go to your LearnWorld account and then from the left side, just go to the settings section. After coming to the settings page, go to developers and then go to API over here. Now here guys, after coming to this API page, you can see all the details like the client ID, client secret and API URL of your LearnWorlds account. Copy this client ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And once again over here. After this, go back to LearnWorld, copy the client secret and then paste it over here as well. And at last, add the API URL from here as well. Copy it and paste it over here. And after entering all of these details, just click on Save. Now when we click on Save, we will see our LearnWorlds account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the email address. That what is the email address of the user or the customer to whom we want to add in LearnWorlds. So we have received the email address of the customer who made the payment from Razorpay responses. So from this same response, we are going to map this response of email address over here in this field. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and in the drop-down below from Razorpay responses, select this response of email address and it will be mapped over here. So whatever email address the customer is going to enter while making the payment, with the same email address, we are going to add that user in LearnWorlds. After email address, it is asking us for the username. So I want to mention the full name of the customer who made the payment in username section. So we have to map this response of full name from Razorpay over here in this username field. And just click here from the drop down from Razorpay responses, select the response of full name and map it. Then after this, it is asking us for the password. That what will be the user password of this user which we are creating in LearnWorlds. So I don't want to create the password myself. I want the user to create their own password. So I'm keeping this password field blank. I'm just ignoring this field for now. Then it is asking us subscribe for marketing email. That do you want this user to be subscribed as for marketing email? So I want to activate them. I want to subscribe them. So I'm just selecting true over here. Then it is asking us should sign up validation rule be applied. So I don't want to apply sign up validation rule. So I'm just selecting false over here. Then at last it is asking us is admin, that the user which we are creating, is this user an admin or not? So yeah, no, the user is not an admin. So we are selecting no false over here. Then it is asking us tags. So if you want, you can give some tags to the users which we are creating on Razorpay payment. For example, I want to add a tag as paid. So this is the tag which I want to give to all the users which I'm creating in LearnWorlds on Razorpay payment. Then it is asking us some other details of these users. But all of these fields are not mandatory, not required. So if you want, you can ignore all of these fields for now as well. And then just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the customer who actually made the payment on our Razorpay payment page, the same customer has been added as a new user in our LearnWorlds account. So let's check it. We will go to a LearnWorlds account and we'll go to the users section. Go to all users. And yes guys, here you can see that this demo user is now added and you can see the same tag over here. Now after this guys, we have successfully added this user, but we haven't enrolled this user into the course for which they made the payment. So in the next step, what we have to do, we have to enroll this same user which we have created into that particular course. So we will just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button. And here in Choose App, let's again search for LearnWorlds. Just select it. And then an action event from the drop-down. This time we have to select the action event as Enroll User to a product. Just select it. Click on Connect. And because we have connected our LearnWorlds account in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on Save. Now you can see that here the first thing after making the connection it asks us is the user ID. So here it is asking us to which user we want to enroll into a particular product or a particular course. So here in the drop down, you will see a list of all the new users. But every time we receive a new payment on Razorpay, we are going to create a new user over here in LearnWorlds. So what we have to do, after creating the user in LearnWorlds, here you can see that in response, we have received the user ID. And we are going to map this same user ID over here in this user ID section. Just turn this mapping button on in front of it and clear the default response. After clearing it from the drop-down, from LearnWorlds Create User Responses, select this response of ID and map it over here. This means whenever we are going to receive a new payment, a new user, that same customer will be added as a new user in LearnWorlds, and to the same user, we are going to enroll into a particular course. Then it is asking us for the product type, that in what type of product we want to enroll the user. So from the drop down, we are going to select course over here. Then it is asking us product ID, that what is the product ID, in which particular product we want to enroll the user. So to get the product ID, just go to your LearnWorlds account and then just go to the course section. After coming to the course section, just open that particular course over here. And then after opening this course, here in the URL section, you will find the course ID over here. As you can see, after course question mark, you can see course ID equals to. This is the course ID for this particular course for which I have created this payment page. So from here guys, from this URL section, you just have to copy this course ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and then paste it over here. After pasting the course ID, here the next thing it asks us is the duration type. That what type of duration is there in this course. Like if it is a subscription based course, you can select the duration type and then you can enter the duration value as well. But right now we are not enrolling the user to a subscription based course, so you can ignore these fields for now. And then it is asking us for the price, that what will be the price of this course. So the price of this particular course in my LearnWorlds account was $123. Let me show you. This is the course. $123. Here it is. Just enter 123 over here, the same price of the course. Then it is asking us for the justification. So we don't want to enter any kind of justification, so I'm entering none over here. And at last, it is asking us send enrollment email. Now, do you want to send enrollment email to the customer who made the payment and to whom we have just now enrolled? So yes, I want to send the enrollment email. So that's why I've selected true over here. And then just click on save and send test request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received this response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the user whose user ID we have mapped over here, that same user has been enrolled in this particular course whose product ID we have entered over here. So let's check it. We will go to our account of LearnWorlds and then we'll go to the student section. Just go to the user section, all users, and then let's open this user profile. And yes guys, here you can see that in the same user's profile, you can see that that user has been enrolled to this particular course of MS Office, the same course for which they made the payment on Razorpay. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working absolutely fine. And then using this automation, you can basically add the same customer who made the payment to you on your Razorpay account and enroll that customer into the same course for which they made the payment. Now guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. We will go to the Razorpay payment page. Once again, we'll just refresh it. And this time, let's enter the details of a new dummy customer, a new test customer. For example, test user. This is the name of the person. This is the email address. And then this is the mobile number. In course, select MS Office and click on Pay. Let's make another test payment over here. We'll use the test card details once again. Test and 1, 2, 3. Click on Pay. And we want the payment to be successful. That's why we are selecting success over here. And the payment is done. Just now, we have received a new payment on our Razorpay payment page. And we will see as we receive this payment, automatically, instantly, within seconds, the same customer who made the payment will be enrolled as a new user in our course in LearnWorlds. So we'll go to LearnWorlds. We will just refresh this user's page once. And yes guys, here you can see that the same user, test user, has been added as a new user. And also you can see the same tag and the same user has been also enrolled into the course, that MS Office course. This means we have tested this automation in real time and this automation workflow is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this exact same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.